Now to India, where a key opposition figure has appeared in court to fight his arrest for alleged corruption just weeks before national elections. Arvind Kejriwal is Delhi's chief minister and part of a political alliance formed to challenge the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi. Kejriwal's supporters called his arrest politically motivated and have turned out to protest.
Anger, but not disbelief, over the arrest of their leader. One of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's fiercest critics.
Modi can't defeat Arvind Kejriwal. That's why he was arrested.
This is the murder of democracy. It's been going on for a while and now they've arrested our leader. And look at the timing.
Very inconvenient timing for Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, taken into custody just 4 weeks ahead of India's national elections. Kejriwal and his party have been accused of a corruption scheme involving liquor license approvals. The Chief Minister and his allies insist he has not done anything wrong.
The Chief Minister's house was searched in this raid. Only 70,000 Indian rupees were found in cash, which the Enforcement Directorate returned. They've taken the Chief Minister's mobile and have arrested him.
Kejriwal rose to office with an anti-corruption agenda nearly a decade ago. His party, AAP, is now a member of a broad opposition alliance aiming to challenge the BJP in upcoming elections. Many critics say the ruling party is targeting opposition leaders ahead of the vote.
The BJP is bent upon to ensure that there is no level playing ground in this country.
The BJP-led government denies political interference and calls these accusations desperation of the opposition. Most opinion polls predict a comfortable win for Prime Minister Modi, who is seeking a third consecutive term.
Let's get more on this from DW correspondent Adil Bhat in Delhi. Welcome, Adil. Let's start with those questions around the timing of Mr. Kejriwal's arrest.
So, yes, Phil, the arrest of this prominent opposition leader is very significant. Firstly, it's unprecedented, and it's for the first time that a sitting chief minister of Delhi has been arrested. And secondly, we have to see this in the light of the upcoming elections that are to begin in a few weeks from now. And experts see this arrest as a part of larger pattern, which is silencing any kind of opposition or political dissent in the country. So Arvind Kejriwal is not only a popular politician, but also a formidable opposition leader who is part of a grand India alliance fighting BJP in general elections. So his party says, and they see it, arrest as a way of delegitimizing a leader by leveling charges of corruption. But Phil, the buck doesn't stop here. The Financial Crime Agency last week has also frozen funds of India's main opposition party, the Indian National Congress, just few weeks before the first round of elections. The Congress says it has been economically crippled, and this kind of crackdown is seen as killing of democracy in India.
OK, so tell us more about the charges Arvind Kejriwal is facing.
So, Phil, Kejriwal is arrested and accused of charges of corruption, mainly related to Delhi's state's policy over alcohol sales, which favored private retailers over government suppliers. So the BJP has called him also the mastermind of liquor corruption, but his party calls his arrest as political vendetta and an attack to their leader.
OK. Now, leading politicians have warned of a popular revolution against the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi. Are these warnings being taken seriously?
We have to understand that this arrest has triggered widespread condemnation and reaction from other opposition political parties. But there is anger, frustration, and all among Arvind Kejriwal party members. So we have to see these protests taking place. Like today, we saw the protests taking place out on the streets of Delhi by his party members since the morning. But I don't think this is dangerous for Modi, or he is taking these protests or threats seriously. Because Modi's opposition is already consolidated. Experts say that using his authoritarian measures is to give message to the opposition leaders that Modi is invincible and he can do anything which he's doing. And also what is interesting is that the current government's tactics, they fall in line with the larger political sentiment. And this is as per the recent survey done by Pew Research, which states that 85% of Indians support authoritarianism. So I don't see there is much for Modi to lose here. It's just political signaling and flexing muscles just before elections.
OK, thanks for that, Adil. Adil Bhat in Delhi.